Hello everyone, I welcome you to our Onkar Learning channel. So basically today I'm going to start this Java course. Means we are going to start a complete series of Java in which we'll be completing each and every topic related to Java. And then we will be jumping towards its UI design, that is building of graphical user interface using applets. So basically from today we are going to start with a new playlist. So let's start. So today our lecture will be on features of Java. So basically first of all, I would like to tell everyone that some of you may not belong to coding background. For them this course is going to be really very helpful, because in this course I'm going to cover each and every topic related to Java and in very easy and simple language, which will help a student from not coding background to understand it easily. And don't worry if you don't have any coding background or if you don't know anything about coding or related to any language. In this series we'll complete each and everything. Trust me, after completing my this whole series you will literally feel that hush, I have did it, and you will be able to complete live projects also. After completing my whole playlist, I'll go towards the live projects in which I'll tell you that what we have to do to complete real life projects and how to cope up with it. These things we'll discuss when we'll complete our applets. It's the main concept by using which you can build UI. So basically, starting towards the features of Java. So basically, first feature in which is mostly important, and it is said everywhere, that Java is compiler interpreted. So basically you will be thinking that these terms are really difficult and these terms have really very difficult meaning. Nothing like that. So basically compile and interpreted, this both the terms are related to coding or related to, we can call related to Java or related to any other programming language. So basically compiled means what? हम example लेते हैं. For example, as we all know that machine understands its machine level language. Means it does not understand that Hindi, Marathi, English. It just understands binary language. Binary language means it just understands zeros and ones. Means each and everything which whatever commands we are giving to computer, it is interpreted, or we can call it is understood by the compiler in terms of zeros and ones. So basically when we code or when we write any application, or for example if we write any simple printing statement or just a one line of code in any of the language, just don't take like Java, take it any language. If you write anything, just a print statement or any declaration, initialization, whatever we do, computer does not understand that we have initialized or declared. So to get get understood by the machine, it needs to be converted into its machine level language. So what does compiler do? If we write anything code on our in any of the application, at the time of compiler it converts our source code. Source code is basically the code which we have written. It converts it basically converts that code into its machine level language. So at the time of execution it gets executed without any errors if it does not contains. And interpreted means after compilation, means when our source code is converted into bytecode, means bytecode is nothing but executable code. That executable code is again interpreted. Interpreted means what? When our code is compiled by the computer, then we have machine understandable code with us. Then compiler, with the help of compiler reads line by line the code which is generated by the compiler, and line by line execution happens. For that it is called as interpreted. So who does this? Basically what is JVM? JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. It is a really important part of Java. So what earlier I have told, it simply means JVM. So from this diagram, as you can see that this diagram depicts that firstly we have our source code with us, and by using that source code, when we compile our source code using Java compiler, we get a dot class file. That dot class file holds the bytecode, means which is understood by the compiler, and that bytecode is put into, or it goes into JVM, which is also we can call it as interpreter, means JVM interprets our bytecode, and mostly it is platform independent. Don't worry if you don't know platform independent means what. In our next point we will see what is platform independent. And means line by line the code gets interpreted and it is executed on any of the operating system. Any of the operating system means only the platform independent feature. Platform independent is nothing but when means if you have any bytecode with it, then it can be it is independent of its operating system hardware, means that code can be executed on any of the machine, means it does not have any restrictions that you have to rewrite the code. Basically platform independence means write once, run anywhere. I'll give you this notes, you have to go thoroughly through this notes, you will understand each and everything through this notes. And portable means there is no need that it is based on specific operating system. If you write it on Windows, then it can be portable on Linux, Ubuntu, or any of the operating system. Now object oriented. So basically Java is an object oriented programming language. If you are familiar with C and C++, then it is easy for you to understand what is object oriented. But basically object oriented means what? It uses classes and objects. Don't worry if you don't know anything about it. Let it go. In a further videos you'll understand very thoroughly. So object oriented means simply it has object oriented concept which we have also seen in C and C++. So again the main feature of Java is robust and secure. In our in starting of my video I've already told you that Java is due to its security, it is more popular over the world also, we can call. Not over the world, but mostly in the traditional companies. So robust simply means strong. So strong means what? Due to its various concepts which make it strong. For example, exception handling. We'll see all this concept, but I'll just give you overview what is exception handling. When an error occurs, to handle that error, it's called as exception handling. Means if any error occurs, then instead of shutting down the program abruptly, it simply gives a user friendly message that this error has occurred and you have not tackled it, so we cannot continue further execution. And garbage collection is also an important concept which we'll learn in our some of our next videos. And security means as Java source code is converted into when it is compiled, it's converted into bytecode, and when then that bytecode is interpreted by the interpreter. At that time, means bytecode is interpreted by an interpreter. Means give attention to those words on which I am stressing. Means you will you will get an overview that what exactly I am trying to say. मतलब कि जावा का जो बाइट कोड है और जो इंटरप्रेटर है जो उस बाइट को इंटरप्रेट करता है, इंटरप्रेटर को सिर्फ बाइट कोड समझ में आता है. मतलब कि अगर उस बाइट कोड में कोई वायरस होगा और कुछ एल्स होगा तो भी जावा इंटरप्रेटर उसको इंटरप्रेट नहीं कर पाएगा. मतलब कि कोई चांस ही नहीं है कि वो उस वायरस को रीड करे और उस वायरस से कुछ इन्फेक्शंस हो. सो इट इज़ द मेन सिक्योरिटी विच जावा प्रोवाइड्स. एंड ऑल्सो जावा इज़ अ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड लैंग्वेज. मतलब कि इट इज़ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड मीन्स अगर मेरा कोई लैपटॉप है और अगर आपका कोई लैपटॉप है तो और मेरे लैपटॉप से आपके लैपटॉप में यूजिंग ऑब्जेक्ट्स कम्युनिकेशन हो सकता है. मतलब कि डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड मीन्स types of computer which are distributed over various locations can communicate with each other. This is the main feature of Java. So it is familiar, simple and small. Familiar it is familiar with the syntaxes of C and C++. It is simple to learn. It is small. It is small due to its automaticness. Means many of the things are happening automatically due to its these features. It is being very small. Then it is multi-threaded and interactive. Multi-threading. If you are known with the concept of operating system, then multi-threading is we can call it as multiple processes in which the thread runs. Means there is a single process in which multiple thread runs. It is called as basically multi-threading. It is literally a vast topic which will also cover, which means we will also cover this topic, but till now you just understand that multi-threading is there is one process, and in that process there are multiple threads executing. Means a single page. Just for example, I have opened a Word in which this is one process going on, in which I am typing, in which I am pointing cursor, in which I am selecting. These are the multiple threads which are going on. Okay. And interactive, as we all know that I am interacting you through this computer or this interface, which is I can say you can say it as a video. Means I am just recording my video. It is one of the interface between you and me from which we are communicating. Also, for example, or take example of your Instagram. When you scroll, it's interaction means that UI is an interaction between you and Instagram. Then it has high performance. It has high performance because due to its mainly the compiler which is used by Java is just-in-time compiler. It is called as JIT compiler. Means अगर फ्रिक्वेंटली हम एक कोड को एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं, मतलब कि हमने एक बार एक कोड को कंपाइल किया और उस कोड को हम फ्रिक्वेंटली एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं, तो हर बार उसे कंपाइलर इंटरप्रेट करने की ज़रूरत, मतलब कि वो इंटरप्रेट करे, बट हर बार उसे कंपाइल करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. इसलिए उस जावा की हाई परफॉर्मेंस है. एंड इट इज़ डायनामिक मीन्स basically dynamic and laid binding refers to that the variables which you assign or anything code which you run, it is not interpreted, or it does not assign memory at compile time. It is assigned at runtime. Basically this is called as dynamic. Then it is architecture neutral due to its ability to perform on various platforms. Means that it is portable, it is platform independent. It makes Java as an architecture neutral language, and it is widely popular over internet because of the main concept of applets. Applet run on web browser, so it gets connected with internet, and due to this it is mostly widely popular over internet. But as it is popular over internet, it does not mean that it does not provide security for us. It provides lot of security for us using applets. Lot of applications that have been already developed. We'll see when we'll learn concept of applets. But I'll tell you how it provides security in case of applets. In case of applets, for example, I'll take one example. If for example you're just browsing one of the website, or you have developed one of the website in which you have many of the files and folders related to employer any students information, वो information access नहीं होगी, मतलब कि directly without your permission. Then to if it is running on your local machine, it will not get accessed. So this is the main feature of Java. So these are total 11 features. Just go thoroughly to this notes I have specially developed for all of you. Just read it and try to understand what I have told. If you have if you do not have any programming background, so in our next video we'll try to see very easy concepts and in very easy way. So best of luck and thank you. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment. If you need anything or if you don't understood anything, you can simply comment out. I'll definitely try to clear all of your doubts. Thank you.